We're on.
Hello and welcome back to the Trench Runners YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about force upgrades, another episode of Jank Bank, this time with Dackbar. How's it going?
Oh, is it?
This is Hackbar. Dackbar just speaked.
And
Yes, that's Lackbar.
And that was Lackbar. So let's get right into it. Up first, we have the worst of all time, the worst force upgrade. It's Fear.
Wait, before we could go any farther, it has the best picture, though. Let's give it that.
Okay. I mean,
It's a good photo.
it is a good picture, but that does not excuse its horrifying amount.
No, it doesn't. But I'd love to see a tournament card. FFG, if you're watching this, tournament card right here.
Yeah, I would never play with this ever.
But
It's
you
just
look at
bad. Giving one suppression, I guess it's Darkseid's version of Jedi Mind Trick, but it's
Well,
just
it's a
one
Darkseid
suppression.
version. Oh.
It's just after your rally step 2, so it's like you don't even get to double move in and then give a suppression. It's just, I don't know.
It's
And one
not very
suppression
good.
isn't even that much anyways. Like maybe you're suppressing a core unit that's not a phase 2 or a droid, which are most of the meta right now. It's really bad. I mean,
Yeah,
any other
it's not a
thoughts?
very useful card.
Yeah, okay. I think we're all in agreement on that. Up next, its counterpart, Hope, also bad. Inspire 1 is pretty good, especially in Rebels, where you don't want your core units getting suppressed. In Republic, it's not really a problem because a lot of your phase 2s have 2 courage. And you have other suppression sucking means like Padme. Honestly, I would only take this with. I wouldn't take it with anything. Maybe.
yeah,
I might take it
it's
with
not a bad
blue.
card. It's not a bad card. Its issue is there are a lot better force upgrades that you want to take over it.
Exactly, and there's better ways to get rid of suppression too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So up next, sorry about the 11 that's going to be up in the top left-hand corner for the entire time. Didn't really have that much time to edit. We threw together this PowerPoint real quick. Anger. Yeah, you guys want to talk about anger?
Yeah. Well, I guess I play Palpatine the most. Anger's great. Only on Palpatine, really. You're only really going to see it on Palpatine. If you're really playing Jank, you might see it on Vader, Commander Vader, only because of his 1 pip. But I always take it on Palpatine. It's an auto-include if you're playing Palpatine for those of you newer players. Other than that, you're never going to use it.
Yeah. The reason it's good on Palp is because of his 1 pip, which basically lets him take a wound to perform a free attack. So you basically get as many attacks as you have wounds, but anger just lets you get an aim each time, which really improves how much damage those attacks are doing, and therefore how many wounds Palp has to take to be able to kill his target. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anger's only good on Palp. I don't see myself taking it on any other hero.
So, actually, I take back. Fear does not have the best art. Anger has the best art. That is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's true. Fear has the second best art. The anger.
Yeah,
I still just
Vader
love
is
that
very
Fear.
photogenic and cinematic, but I would not say he is competitive in Legion.
No, go back to the Fear photo. Let's look at it again.
No, I like this.
That is cool. That is a cool photo.
It is cool, but
anger is better.
Anger's better.
Anger is probably better, but they are still both really cool
They're
photos.
still
And
both.
FFG, if you're
Agreed.
watching, if you're watching,
Split
tournament
anger fear.
cards.
Split anger fear.
Anger
Like one
fear,
side anger, one side fear.
double-sided.
All right. Next one.
Alright.
Force guidance. This one is not good. I think the biggest. It's not 10 points. I don't know how exactly much it is. It's been
It's
errated to be
5.
lower. It's
5.
5. Still doesn't make it good. Because it's. I don't know. You guys want to talk about why?
Yeah, so I mean, really, you're only going to use this on support force users, which you're very rarely actually going to find. Your only one might be Kenobi, but you have clones with reliable, so you don't really need it. I mean, I might take it with the new Yoda release, only because you have so many force upgrade slots with Yoda, and you really only need push and flexes on him. Besides
But then again,
that,
you're not really gonna have the points for it, considering it's Republic.
yeah, that's kind of, it's not worth the points. And
Yeah.
until I come out with another force user, maybe a rebel Yoda, where he doesn't really have an attack. He's just kind of there.
Who would the Rebel Yoda be? I don't know.
We won't see a rebel Yoda. I highly doubt it. That's not first FFG's
Same.
list.
All right. After that,
Lackbar. Yeah, I take this on Palpatine because you're usually going to run Palpatine.
That's true. I've taken it on Palpatine before.
Yeah, it's good with Palpatine because with Palpatine you're probably running Shores as well as guards, both of which like surge tokens. So
Yes,
True, but
I have
Shores
done.
already surge. Don't
I
they?
have run this
guards
on
do not
Palpatine.
surge to attack or defense.
Yeah,
True,
and
but I think Shores. Oh no, Shores don't surge either. Eat my words.
Shores and guards is like I've put this on Palpatine before. I completely forgot. Thank you, Lackbar. And I only use it on really Shores or sorry on the guards because yeah, that's all it really finds use for.
Yeah.
So
All right. On to the next
Palpatine,
one.
Yoda, more support Force users. All right, moving on.
Jedi mind trick. I think this is just it's just why fear is bad. It's kind of its light side counterpart. It's not nearly as good as it used to be. It used to be just any unit and then it gains 2 suppression tokens. And that was very good because you could panic if you had something suppressive or you'd already shot it like a Grievous or a generic officer off of the board. But not anymore.
I actually do. I used to and still kind of do put this on OP Luke and sometimes Commander Luke. OP Luke's 1 pip. If you can get OP Luke next to another squad without attacking them, an enemy unit, like a core unit or something, without attacking them, like behind a wall or something, so that they can't see you, but they're right next to you. Usually, Jedi Mind Trick I'll play on them the round before, and then play Luke's 1 pip, which is you serve your master well, and that actually says while they're suppressed, if they've already gone, they only remove 1 suppression. So then while they're suppressed, you can perform a free attack or move action with them, and then you just have them shoot at a commander or something, like Vader.
Yeah. JMT is still pretty good. It's not as good as it used to be because it used to be really good at suppressing Grievous. But we don't really see Grievous very often anyway, so it didn't really hurt that much.
That's the reason why I like it, because it works really well with Luke. But that's pretty much it. I mean, you can put it on other Force users. It's not a bad card, let's put it that way. But there's better.
There's better. And we're about to get into those ones that are better with
And
battle
also, that picture is
meditation.
pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that picture is pretty cool. With
I wouldn't say it's a cool picture. I'd just say it's iconic.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to put it. All right, moving on. Sorry.
Yep, battle meditation. I know Lackbar really likes this one, but I would like to say some stuff today. This is really good if you're running like 2 focus pieces that are both pretty hungry for orders. Like if you're running Anakin and Obi-Wan, or stuff like that, and you've already used one of your focus pieces, like say you've used Anakin's 1 pip already, and then you play hello there because you want to go first. But Anakin's the one who you want the order on. You battle meditation onto Anakin, so it's a repeatable. It's a repeatable CZ initiative. That's what I'm trying to say. And this one is also 5 points, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So it costs the exact same amount as CZ initiative, and it's repeatable. So, yeah, I like this card. I just don't. It's not as useful as CZ. It's not as widely used as CZ initiative because it's not going to be as. Okay, with CZ initiative, you can have a non-Jedi and then a Jedi, and the Jedi takes CZ initiative, and then they can go, even though you don't have battle meditation on the other person.
And
so,
another thing about CZ initiative is that actually allows both units to have a face up. This one you have to sacrifice one.
Exactly.
So as much as this is useful in the long run, if you need that one time get in there, kind of thing.
Yep. If you need a CZ initiative,
that's what you're gonna take.
Yeah. So the reason I really like this is only on 2 Force users, those being Palpatine and Dooku,
and maybe Yoda when he comes out.
We'll see what his command cards are like.
But
yeah,
Palpatine, his entire legion enables him to use this because normally, Palp is a range 3 bubble for giving out orders. If you're outside a range 3 and you're like, all right, well, I have a shore trooper unit and a mortar that I can't hit, I'm going to get more value out of battle meditationing onto the shore troopers to give 2 units an order instead of Palpatine because, your shores have target 1. So that's why this is really nice with shore troopers. when you run Palp because they have the target one. They always want to
Bring
order.
back comms relay chain. Bring it back.
And Palp usually isn't overly order hungry. I mean, of course, you're not playing this on Palpatine's 1-pip or anything crazy like that. But you'll probably get 2 or 3 good rounds out of this. It's only 5 points, and there's not a whole lot of great force upgrades to run on Palp because he's kind of weird. Like
He's
when it
only
comes
good with
to
his 1-pip.
upgrades.
Like that's like why I enjoy playing.
Yeah,
him.
I think this also might be like what Lackbar was saying, a kind of like extended range commanding presence.
Essentially,
Like if you're running like only
his commanding
like if you're
presence-
running one force user as your commander, but it's like a very
old and slow guy. Yeah.
or no, if it's fast, like if you're running OP Luke in a generic, right?
Oh yeah, then.
Yeah, then it's going to be it could be useful because OP Luke's probably going to be out of range of, your core units.
What I was gonna say is the opposite. If you're running a slow old man like Yoda or Palpatine, Dooku, well, it's really Yoda or Palpatine. They're gonna fall behind the rest of the army. They're just hobbling along. Both
Well,
using
true, but
kings.
you usually want your army to be centered around that hero.
It was a joke.
And then the reason I like this on Dooku so much is because of what you build around him. This is
Stabs.
really, really good with stat riders.
Ugh.
Really
Disgusting.
good with them.
But
I hate
the thing is with
stabs.
Staps, I think Staps are a little overrated. Just gonna put that out there. They are.
Yeah.
They're easy to kill. They're easier to kill than you think.
Yeah,
They're easy to kill, but they're just a nuisance.
Well, I
They
mean,
like
me and
buzz around
Lackbar are
and
playing a game on
fly.
TTS right now. We're in the middle of it. We're not through with round 1 yet, but his Staps like completely like I messed up with my deployment and I had a strike team. I wouldn't say out in the open. They were behind heavy cover, but both of the models were visible. And he had a full Stab unit hop onto them. 3, I think, did they have an aim, Lackbar? Do you remember?
yeah, they did. They had linked.
They had an aim. They only forced 2 through heavy cover, and I saved both of them. So the unit, like, they didn't even kill a strike.
That's just bad dice.
Yeah. So first of all, it was bad dice, and it was also poorly played by me.
And then I massacred them in this round.
Hackbar, hold on for a second. So my mistake there was I went with the stat riders on my very first activation, which is never a good idea.
Yeah, that's not very smart.
Yeah, so it was 1 bad dice because I should have killed a strike team in return, and 2, you should never go with your stat riders first. That's kind of
Stabs are almost always last.
yeah, that's kind of a rule of thumb. But the reason this is so good with Staps is because they're going to be farther away from your army, and they have coordinate, and you're probably going to have link targeting array, and Dooku can make sure that they always have the orders that they want on them.
Yep.
It's also good if like you need to reach a B1 unit to start your chain or something. Also. So.
All right, on to the next one. That's going to be Saber Throw.
These are starting to get into the good ones now.
Yeah. Oh, wait. What are we talking about? Okay, wait. We got to go back to the first one. Oh, Jank Bank.
Got to take over for a second. I'll be right back.
All right, Jank Bank. Dackbar.
Oh, Jank.
Jank. Easy Jank.
Well, actually, Bank. Picture. No, just kidding. Jank.
Okay.
Go.
What about this
Jank.
one?
Jank. Actually, depends on what it's being used on. Palpatine.
Jank. Not on Palpatine. Not on Palpatine.
Yeah, if it's not on Palpatine, it's Jank. If it's on Palpatine, auto bank.
Yep. Okay. Force guidance. Jank.
Unless it's being used on like Palpatine, maybe
I'd
Yoda.
still say it's kind of jank. All right, Jedi Mind Trick.
I put it as bank only because I use Luke really often.
Yeah.
OP Luke especially.
Other than that, okay, it's jank except for that because there's better options still.
Yeah, that one and Anger are the two.
Yeah.
Battle men.
Yeah. These two are like specific. If you're putting them on a specific hero, jank. If not, bank.
Yeah.
Or, wait, other way around. Sorry.
If you're going for a specific hero, Jedi, you're really making me sick. Jedi Mind Trick and Anger, it's gonna be bank. Anything else, it's jank.
Yeah. This one jank or bank. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
really getting my janks and banks mixed up. It's like my left and my rights.
Yeah. Well, I did the same. So what can I say?
All right.
Yep. We were just janking or banking.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. Let's move on to our next one. Right.
Saber Throw. Lackbar, I feel like you're very qualified to talk about this one, considering you play it.
Agree.
Maul. Oh God, I hate Maul so much.
I mean, I love Maul.
Anyways,
as like a Legion character, he's so good. I just hate
him as a Legion character. I hate infiltrate on Force users. I hate playing against Force users. But anyways, continue.
Yeah,
he could spend an entire 50-minute video on that, and
yeah,
we never shoot him.
Saber Throw is amazing. Depending on who you run it on. If you have Relentless, it's great. If you have 3 actions, it's even better. And if you only have Charge, don't even bother looking at it. That's why you should not take this on Kenobi or Luke. They have Charge, not Relentless. You can't double move and throw your lightsaber and all in one activation.
Not if you're me, who didn't read the rules properly for the first 6 months.
If you're taking this, you're probably going to take it on Vader if you're running Vader. It's great on Commander Vader because he can never get in range to actually slice stuff, so he can throw his lightsaber at them instead. Don't take it on OP Vader. He already has one. It's great on Dooku. So on FSI, you gain Arsenal, and you can throw your lightsaber and lightning someone. That's 8 dice at Pierce 3 at range 2. With impact, so that can also be really good against tanks. I've seen this do a number against a Saber tank. It's also really good on Maul, though I usually take Choke over it, but you can run a Maul build where you run Force Push and Saber Throw. Don't take it on Palp. He doesn't even have a lightsaber.
Yeah, that's auto.
Yeah, and I think that's about all the Force users. But yeah,
I'd like to throw a question. So, what are our thoughts on Saber Throw with Yoda? He has Pierce 2 with 4 reds. In theory, he's throwing 2 reds at both with Pierce, and he has a ranged weapon already. So, if one of his command cards gives him Arsenal 2, I mean,
I know, but okay. I mean, I doubt they're going to give him Arsenal 2 because he already has Ataru Mastery. And Ataru Mastery, it's just 2 attacks in general. So, I mean, there's no read for Arsenal, but it's basically Arsenal, kind of. Honestly, I would just attack with his whatever it's called, his Force
Blast.
Force Blast, yeah. I would just do that twice. It's suppressive. You get 4 and besides, I mean, if Yoda's not going to be a flanker, he's going to be defensive. He's going to sit inside your army, your clone bubble for the most part. So the things that are usually going to get there, they're either going to be Staps or they're going to be Force users or Tauntauns. So Tauntauns aren't as prominent in the meta right now. I would say that Saber Throw is not going to be good against Force users, which are the most likely to get into your
but Staps bubble. They will be good on because
Staps are going to be Staps are going to be kind of far away for if they're playing Staps right. They're not going to run them into range 2 of Yoda.
Well, yeah, I mean the nice thing though about Saber Throw is it gets you Pierce 2. So like if you can get
it's only 2 reds.
If you can roll 2 hits, it's 2 kills on anything that doesn't have Impervious or Immune Pierce, which is most of your average units. So you're playing something like Payload, and you put Yoda in the middle.
Hold on a second here. If you take Saber Throw, you're basically paying 200 points for Han Solo, right? And you lose the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Right? Don't do that. You're wasting your time on Saber Throw.
Wait.
If you hold on, Darren, Dackbar, just listen to me here. You have a 75% chance of hitting on every black die you roll. You're going to get 3 hits. You have Blast. It goes straight through cover.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
you're only rolling,
that poses a good point.
You're only going to roll 2 dice. 2 dice. And there's no way Yoda will ever be catching almost anything out of cover because he's slow. He can't get around the terrain to catch them out of cover.
We all know that one of Yoda's command cards will increase his speed.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, do you really want to use that? And then the best you're going to get out of it is 2 red dice.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to use it. I'm just posing it as a question.
Yeah, no, I would not take Throw on Yoda. I would just stick with
All I'm saying is if you take Saber Throw on Yoda, you're paying for a worse Han Solo, and you're paying an extra 100 points for it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
A different
and Han Solo is already not great. Anyways, on to the next one. Also, Jank or Bank, do you guys think?
It's Bank.
It's Bank on Sith Lords.
Yeah, I will agree. This is one of those upgrades that's infinitely better on the dark side than the light side. Agreed. Except for Anakin, but...
Yes, Anakin. This does work well with Anakin. All right, moving on.
Anyways, next one.
These next
Force
3 are...
Barrier.
Oh, I forgot about Barrier. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's something else. But Barrier...
4 left.
Yeah. I really like Barrier. This one is gonna go on Obi-Wan or Palpatine usually, though you can put it on
Yoda, maybe.
Yeah, oh yeah, Yoda. I'd put it on Yoda. That's one of the first. That's probably the first thing I'd put on him. It's really nice for protecting high costed units that you don't want to have to roll their dice, because if they do and they miss, it's really bad. Like clones, you put this on Obi-Wan, and if he can't guardian away some of it, you cancel the crit that he can't guardian, or you cancel the hit.
Also, this picture's cool.
Yeah, the picture's cool. Of course, the cool factor.
Yeah,
Or with Palp, if you run this on Palp, you know, if someone shoots at your shores, you know, you force barrier them, or if you're running Death Troopers, which you're not going to do with Palp, but if somehow you're running fit the points in.
I have done it before, or attempted to.
Yeah, I don't know how well that went. You're probably running 3 core units.
I was.
Yeah.
Naked Stormtroopers, maybe one with Match Blood.
Oh boy, Dackbar.
But yeah, anyway, final thoughts on barrier. It's great on support units.
Yep.
Don't take it on Darth Maul. Don't take it on OP Luke. You're not
No.
get any
And
value.
don't take it if you plan on forgetting it. Hackbar has literally forgotten this card like 3 times.
Yeah, no, it's really unfortunate because I started off with playing with Dackbar's Republic stuff, and he only had Obi-Wan and Padme, right? So I just ran Obi-Wan and Padme when I was getting into Legion. I think it was like 3 games. I was like, oh, Force Barrier is so good on Obi-Wan, which it is. We've just gone over that. But I forgot about it 3 times, 3 games. Yep. So
he was so mad.
I'm getting better at Force Barrier, remembering it now, but I still kind of shy away from it just because I'm like, am I gonna remember it? But you know, it's a good card. It's definitely bank.
Take it.
Yep. All right. Next up, we have a tie for second place. Yeah. Force choke and force reflexes. Dackbar and Lackbar, right before we hopped on, had a huge argument over this. I would like you two guys to reenact that argument, but in a much more civilized manner.
Hey, we were civilized.
Sure.
Uncivilized would have been, you want to fight? Grab the Armada ships or Legion armies.
Yeah, it would have to be Legion if we're arguing about Legion.
Yeah, that would be a little.
That'd be Legion, and I'd have to run Obi-Wan because I could go around saying so uncivilized.
So uncivilized.
Just
anyways,
on Grievous then.
All right, so
yeah, there.
Before they get into their little charade, I'm gonna say choke better on dark side, reflexes better on light side. And then you guys can get into it.
Lackbar, you want to go first and just kind of open us with choke and why you like that one more?
Yeah, sure. So choke, you basically get to do free wound to a mini that you choose. This is fantastic because you can cripple 2 units in one blow here, because you can move into melee with something, slice it to pieces, and then choke a heavy weapon off of another unit.
Yeah, guys, hate to stop you there, but I gotta go eat dinner. So I'll talk to you guys later, let you guys finish it up. Actually, wait, no, I can't.
Just mute yourself and leave it running.
Yeah, but then how are you gonna change slides?
Ooh, good point.
It's just push after this, so, you know.
Yeah,
it's the last one. You guys can talk about push. Just have Lackbar screen share.
Recording though?
Yeah, I mean, no, just have Lackbar screen share a screen of just showing push.
Yeah, well, we don't. People, just flip the push real quickly. The last second, just so people get the picture. It's a guy being thrown out a window. It's the most.
Here, you guys just talk about push for like 5 seconds. Very good. Best force upgrade in the game, because it lets force auto upgrade on any force users that you plan on getting into melee, which is basically everybody except for Yoda or Palp. Very good. Lets force users get into melee, which is what they want to do. And it's an instant include for.
I'd run it on Yoda too because of his lightsaber. It's an auto include on pretty much anyone. I put it on Palp. I put it on Yoda. I put it on just about every force user in the game.
You should.
Any more thoughts on push? I mean, I don't have any.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Absolutely jank. Bank. Sorry. Absolutely bank. Jeez. And anyways, I'll let you guys finish about choking reflexes. All right. So you guys
also back to push real quickly. That's AMG's tournament card for this year. It's going to be pushed. All right. Lackbar.
Yeah, so force choke, you can choke out heavy weapons, you can choke out T series on B2 units to kill B2 for the price of one, or put a wound on a heavy weapon, which is usually smarter, but that's not what I'm talking about. Force choke is also really good when it comes to playing an objective because in situations like hostage exchange or recover the supplies, bombing run, any of those where a unit leader has to be in possession of an objective token, all you have to do to make them drop the objective token instead of trying to shoot up like a a B2 squad with 9 wounds and armor 1, you can just choke out their unit leader, which is probably a T series, so it's 1 wound. So you choke out the T series, they drop the objective token, and it's right there, and you didn't even have to worry about shooting the unit. This is force choke is at its prime on Darth Maul because he can double move, force push, force choke, and basically go across half the board and make you drop an objective token, things like that. So that's kind of force choke for you.
Yeah, reflexes. It's not to include on any Jedi. I mean, anyone with a lightsaber has deflect. So, and no force users except for Palpatine and Yoda surge to defense naturally, unless they have a dodge token. And so, I kind of felt that reflexes was probably of the top because you're gonna use it the most because you really want dodge tokens, unless by some fluke you can get in and get out, but you have to out activate your opponent. You have to have some sort of cunning, which this works really well with Dooku because obviously you cannot activate your opponent and use cunning. You have to have cunning to guarantee you go first next round, and then will reflexes not be useful. Any other time, I mean, out of every Jedi I've ever played, I don't play much Sith, but out of any Jedi I've ever played, flexes is an auto include. I don't even think twice. It's push flexes because you're always going to be using that dodge. You're always going to be, I mean, Lackbar and I, we were just playing a game, a week ago, and I had flexes on Kenobi. I had Padme right next to him with dodges, and between the two of them, I must have killed at least 6 to 8 battle droids just off the sheer number of deflects I had. And Kenobi survived Lackbar's entire army, besides Maul.
Well,
that video is in
your
our
insane.
Yeah, my dice was pretty good. That video is also in our channel. It is a very short flyby, but it was an insane game with the crash escape pod. Very fun, and nonetheless, I got a lot of usage out of flexes in that game, and I get a lot of usage when we played in Gen Con. I got a lot of usage out of flexes with OP Luke, and yeah, ever since then I've just
yeah, flexes is really good, but
joke works better on Sith Lords. And
the thing for me that makes choke better is there are situations where choke as an upgrade card alone can win you a game. I mean,
yeah, that's true. I mean, but the biggest factor is choke requires certain conditions to be met, and it only applies for certain people, dark side only. While flexes can go on anyone, and the conditions are never ending. You're always gonna want a dodge token. Like you're never not gonna be like, oh, I don't need another dodge. I have literally put 5 dodges on Kenobi and still been like, I need more dodges. The dodge factor is never ending.
Yeah, so final thoughts, they're both really good. And
bank, auto bank, both of them.
Both of them auto bank, and the viewers are seeing that as Dackbar is inherently a Kenobi defensive player. He loves reflexes, and me as a Maul player loves force choke. So,
yep, that is ranking all the force upgrades. Push, we've already talked about. Push is number 1. It's auto include. If you are not running push in any force user, you have some problems. No, I'm not gonna be mean like that. It's just an auto include. Like you're always gonna want push. Just even for someone like Palpatine, you can push him out into the open. You can push him away from the objective. You can push them, into melee with you so that another unit can't shoot you. You can, if you're using a lightsaber, push them into the lightsaber. If, you're always going to find a way to make push useful, flexes useful, and choke useful if you're a Sith Lord.
Yep.
There will always be a way for those three.
Yeah, you got it. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. This was Lackbar.
And Dackbar.
And it used to be Hackbar, but he decided food's more important than we are.
Obviously.
So
Don't tell him we said anything.
Thank you for watching, and peace out.
Have a great evening.